Yeah, thanks, Paul. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Belated happy Thanksgiving and happy holiday season to everyone. Great team win, especially for our seniors. It's always great to win your last at home for them, and obviously with everything riding on it, the rivalry, the Land of Lincoln Trophy, our ability to get ourselves into the postseason. All those things just make it extra special. So incredibly thankful for a great group of seniors, amazing families, just a terrific group of young men, and excited that I get one more opportunity to be with them on the field and one more opportunity from a month standpoint to be with them in a part of their lives. So, very thankful for them and just look forward to whatever opportunity we have here coming forward. So with that, how about some questions, please?
Coach, big day rushing the ball, not as great a day in terms of pass protection. How would you evaluate the play of the offensive line overall?
We won. I mean, we, as you saw, we had to make a lot of changes because of some injuries. So we won. So that's all that matters.
More rushes than passing. Was that a response to the way the game was going, or something you might have expected coming into the game?
Yeah, it was working. I mean, it worked. We were running the ball pretty well, and obviously, when you can control the line of scrimmage and run the ball the way that we were able to today, I think gives you a great opportunity to be successful. And I think from a passing standpoint, I'm not sure we needed to do it that much. We felt pretty confident with our ability to run the football.
And Milton had a big day. How would you evaluate how far he's come so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about it after the Purdue game. I think he's a guy who's developing. He reminds me a lot of Justin as a young player. Has a lot of room for growth. He's becoming a complete back. He's not quite there yet, but he's becoming a complete back. So I think we had a pretty good 1-2 punch with those two guys today.
Pat, if you don't mind kind of looking at a big picture view of where you started the season, pretty rough. I think you were pretty upfront about that and where you guys were to where you are now. What's it mean for the team, this team in particular, and for the program, just getting back-to-back bowls? Yeah,
Shannon. I mean, I think you look at the amount of season-ending injuries that we had and how we got real young, real fast. It presented definitely unique problems, unique challenges, and we had to definitely adjust the way that we were coaching and what we were doing. And, again, that second loss, I've said it a bunch. I mean, that second loss, that's squarely on my shoulders, but I felt like we needed to have that type of week. It was 100 degrees on the field, and I think I had both lines of scrimmage puking their guts out. We didn't show a lot of grit. We didn't show a lot of emotional and mental and physical toughness there early. And I think we allowed some issues to cause that to be manifested. And so we had to get that fixed in a hurry. And the credit goes to the young men. I mean, they're the ones that responded. They're the ones that went out and did it. Small group of seniors that are actually, in starting roles, but very thankful for them. And, they were the ones that led us through, some tough times. Hopefully as we move forward, this extra practice opportunity obviously is huge for this young group, from a program standpoint, then we'll spring that right into off-season workouts. So we've got a long way to go to get ourselves to a championship program based on the evidence that I have now. But I'm really excited about the amount of experience that we have coming back, for next season. I think that's the one positive byproduct beyond getting to the postseason is the amount of experience that young group, gain. I mean, we're not talking about John Moten if Warren doesn't get hurt. Things of that nature. There's always a way to find a positive out of it, and it's been a great group to be with because they're terrific young men. They're high character. They're just absolutely terrific guys. But from a program standpoint, we've got to be a lot better, and that starts and ends with me.
Coach, long season, obviously, but now I guess probably the easiest question we'll ask you all year. How you guys feeling now that you finally have that 6th win and clinched the bowl berth?
Well, again, I feel great for our seniors. You talk a lot about in our world about legacy and about impact and things of that nature. And, first couple of weeks of the season sure didn't look very good. And, to their credit, they were the ones that kept it together, and they're the ones that responded. And, this is probably the hardest we've practiced in season in my career here in 11 years, just because of the amount of growth that we needed to have occur each week. And you can see from the immaturity signs and from the lack of consistency, we're still not even close to where we need to be. And so I'm excited. I'm fired up for this opportunity that we have in front of us. Absolutely ecstatic to beat our rival and to finish off the right way and keep the Land of Lincoln in Evanston. But as a coach, I think you get excited for a little bit, then you think about what do we need to do. And I've been in that mode about 24/7 for the last 13 weeks. It's been an interesting group, but very thankful for our seniors and ecstatic they get one more opportunity to put on the purple and white.
And how much was that sort of something you really emphasized before this game? Because I know before the Purdue game, Austin said that it was this is our 3-game playoff. We got to win at least 2. Well, he said 3, but at least 2 of these games to get to 6
right.
to make that bowl game. So how much was that emphasized before this game today?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, kind of felt like the Cubs went out there and didn't do very well in a couple games, right? And then you're back against the wall, and I thought the guys responded. So, even today we get the start finally that we wanted, and then we decided to fall back asleep. It's credit Illinois. I mean, they did a good job, but we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go to achieve the goals that we have, and that's my job. Look forward to the challenge. Fired up about it, to be quite honest with you.
Coach, that point in the third quarter where Illinois is driving inside the 10, and then about 4 plays later, you scored to go up by 2 scores. How important was that swing of momentum in those few plays there?
Yeah, it was a big swing, and I know Coach Smith very well, and we knew that turnovers were going to be a big part of today's game. And we felt like for us to be able to be successful, we were going to have to win that just because of how good of a job that they do. And I mean, we used to go up to the Bears practices and watch the things that Coach Smith and his staff would do. So, those were key turnovers across the board. Big swings, big swings.
Hey, Coach, did you ever think that this season you'd be coaching a Biletnikoff Award finalist, and especially former walk-on? And what do you think he's done to go from where he was to where he is now?
Yeah, I think it starts with who he is as a person. I mean, you talk about impeccable character. I mean, this is a young man that has got such an incredible future ahead of him. I mean, Austin is what you hope your sons turn out to be. Great student, absolutely terrific human being. Incredible attitude, and he's a self-made guy. I mean, his work ethic is just absolutely incredible, and then he went out and he achieved it. I think he and Clayton had really good chemistry throughout the whole year, and now I think he's put himself in position to have one of those kind of really hallmark type of moments in his life, as someone that had his name called after a couple of those awards. The first thing I thought about were the teammates that helped me get there. And, I think it's a great representation of maybe how far we've come offensively from the beginning part of the year. I think Austin's a great example of that.
Was the plan going into the game to use John and Justin interchangeably?
Yeah, I think that's kind of been the plan here over the last month is to be able to have, both guys have an impact. I thought Matt McPherson did a really good job rotating the guys. Both guys were fresh. And, both guys just had absolutely terrific games.
Do you plan on using John Moore going forward?
Well, we only have one more game this year, so.
I mean, for the bowl game and then.
Yeah, as you guys know, I'm not going to talk about what we're going to do schematically before we do it, but that's a good question. Thanks for asking.
Relating to Justin, he's had a lot of big-time performances, but today, 173 rushing yards on 20 carries, 3 touchdowns. Where does today rank?
Pretty high, I mean, I thought. On the one run, there was just great patience. Everything just kind of got washed by, and he just did a terrific job allowing the O-line to go work, and then stuck his foot in the ground and made just a spectacular run. So, I mean, he's been a special player for us for 3 years, and fired up to have him for one more this upcoming month, and then next year. So, got an exciting backfield for the future. Yes, Shannon.
What you said about Lovey, it looked like you guys had a moment there. You hugged after the game.
Yeah.
Any special words or exchange there? And
Shannon, we've known each other for a long time. I've got, and I don't want to speak for him, but I've got so much respect for him. Again, he was so gracious to us and me specifically when he was with the Bears, and I go back to when he got the job. I'm going to root for him in every game but one. And there's. Some family members of mine on that staff, with Garrick and Timmy, that were, Timmy putting on the purple and white. And I know I got 3 sons, but he's like my 4th. And, to see him pregame, it brings back a lot of emotions to see Garrick, pregame and postgame brings back a lot of emotions of some of great times that we had together. And Lovey and I, no, we just said, congratulated each other and wish each other happy holidays, and said I'm sure we'll see each other on the road recruiting. So, he's a great coach and he's a better man, and he's taken on a challenge like I think we all do in this role, and he's the right guy. There's no question about that in my world.
A very important question, but did you have any pep talk about the pregame wedding proposal?
Oh, with Josh? Yeah, so he came to see me last week, and I gave him kind of the old, crusty old coach. You want to do what? When? Are you kidding me? It sounds like a great idea, and so he thought I was going to say no. I can really blame Mike Polisky because Mike said it was okay. So because Mike said it was okay, I had to say it was okay. So thanks, Mike. Appreciate you saying okay. So I had no choice in the matter. So we worked through some logistics real quick over a couple of seconds. And the guys were kind of fired up. As Josh came running back into the locker room before the game, they were all like, "Did she say yes?" Yeah, it was an important deal. So really happy for Josh and another great senior. So happy for him.
Getting back to Justin, he passed up Darnell today for second, third. Then he passed up Tyrell Sutton for second on the rushing list. I mean, you played with Darnell, you've coached Tyrell, you've seen all these other guys that come through. Where would you put him in the pantheon, so to speak, with the other running backs?
Yeah, well, he's right up there. There's no question about that. He's he's second all time now, I guess. Is that right? Wow. Yeah, wow. Again, I think that just goes to show his A, durability, his toughness, B, and C, his consistency. I think he's, when you think about our program, Justin Jackson is the guy that, is kind of on the Mount Rushmore. He's tough. He's got great He's got great football toughness, but he's also just got great life toughness. I mean, he's a guy that shows up every day, ready to go. He's got great grit. He's got a great focus. He loves the game. He loves his place. He's just a joy to be around every day, and he's fired up that I got a year in a game with him.
Coach Montre got sort of picked on today, but he got that pick and long return at the end. How important was that for him to sort of get that redemption?
Yeah, I think both of our corners had a long day. I think there's some things we got to look at as we watch the tape. First and foremost, schematically, did we give them enough help? Second of all, they obviously made a decision to throw the ball. They threw it 54 times, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So that was their decision. They were gonna throw the ball all over the place, and as long as we kept it inside and in front, we were okay, and we gave up a couple of explosive pass plays. So I want to take a look at that. See first of all, what did we do schematically, and then second of all, what were they doing as far as what their fundamentals were in technique, and see where we can make some corrections. But again, different secondary without injuries. Matthew Harris and Keith are two probably all Big Ten level corners as we go into the season, and now we finish with a true sophomore and a redshirt freshman. And then, Marcus, who played receiver until about a month ago. So, again, that's kind of indicative of our team. We've been through a lot, and to see those guys step up is great. Now, are they the finished product in all Big Ten? No. And that's what we have to work on, starting with us as coaches. We've got to get those guys more confident. We've got to get them better. And that's got to happen here over this next month as we get ready to play. Whoever will play will be an outstanding opponent. You don't get in the postseason by not being outstanding, and our tie-ins are terrific. So it should be a fun challenge.
Anything else for Coach?
One important question. Coach, we're past Thanksgiving. What's your favorite holiday song?
Holiday song?
Yeah.
Probably Adam Sandler, the Thanksgiving song. Have you ever heard that? No. The Thanksgiving song. You ever heard that one? Put it on your playlist. You'll enjoy it. All right. You guys are too young. Thanks a lot. Happy holidays. Go Cats.